Hi, my name is Angelica, and this is my sister Marilyn and my mom Grace.
This is my mom Malinka, my sister Ava, and my dad Robert.
Hello.
I'm Kathleen. This is my mother CJ and my sister Daisy.
She has Prader-Willi syndrome and a Wolff-Hirschhorn syndrome. So it's a translocation and deletion of chromosomes.
Ava's undiagnosed. She's one of many children that is undiagnosed, and some children have a name to what they are dealing with and we don't.
Daisy has Down syndrome, which is pretty normal in the universe of disabilities. She's also deaf.
I was shocked. I don't know what it means.
It was quite traumatic.
Well, I was, devastated, shocked, devastated.
I think you all wonder why.
The hardest part about having Marilyn as a sister is making sure that she's never left out. Whenever there are family gatherings or we have family friends over, it's hard to make sure that she's included because of her inability to walk or talk.
Ava is nonverbal, so I've never been able to connect with her through speaking. And seeing my friends interact with their siblings and not being able to have that with Ava has been hard. But I've learned to interact with Ava in different ways.
The hardest part about growing up with Daisy was it forced me to mature faster than my peers did because you couldn't react to frustration in the same way. Because if you have a typical sibling who slaps you or pinches you or punches you, you can just slap them or pinch them or punch them back, but you can't do that with a sibling with special needs. You have to be more mature and more responsible.
I get embarrassed when she screams.
It's embarrassing when Ava makes loud noises in public.
It's sort of unfortunate that I'm in an emotional place where I do get embarrassed of my sister because I want to be in a state where I don't find her embarrassing. I want to get to that place emotionally, and I haven't yet.
I think my life is different from peers with typical siblings because I grew up with Marilyn, and I learned at a young age to not judge people by their looks and to not take anything for granted and to be more thoughtful towards other people's feelings in general.
No, I can't imagine life without Marilyn. Sorry. I think having Marilyn in our life, she grew up with us, so we kind of grew up all together. And no, I'm sorry. I can't.
The thing about Daisy that separates me most from my peers is the fact that when I was growing up, I didn't feel like the priority very much. I think in the cases of typical families, the attention of the parents is split pretty evenly among the kids, and that wasn't my experience.
I think everything is just harder with Ava, whether it's taking a picture, going on vacation, or even just going to the movies or to dinner. Everything just tends to take a little longer when you have a sibling with special needs.
All I want for Daisy in the future is just to be happy.
I just don't want her to be neglected by everyone.
I think that if Ava was typical, I would want her to get married, have kids, go to college, but since she isn't, all that I want for her is to be happy, to never feel alone, and to always feel loved and cherished.
People tend to believe that people with disabilities are incapable of so many things, but I know from experience that even Marilyn finds things funny, she finds things annoying, and she loves some things, and she's smart in her own way, even if it's not typical.
Outside having a special needs kids, I think it's the unconditional love.
I want people to know that Daisy is a great source of perspective in my life because when people, especially my friends, complain about frivolous and trivial things, I always know that there are so many things they're taking for granted and there are things they aren't being grateful for. I actually think that Daisy is the thing I am most grateful for.
I think a lot of people think that having a sibling or a family member with special needs is a burden or something to be sorry for, but it's not. Ava's taught me to be a more kind and forgiving person, and it's been nothing but a blessing for my family and I.